Alright. خلينا فيوت نمشي نبدأ my swap. Need to know what I mean. So it's gonna be both of us. So we're just gonna do it with you as well. Remind us what we did last week. We did the pe, te, ne, to say along with the personal pronouns and the different ways they can come. And what else was the ending? And then the interrogative. So questions, how to ask questions. Yeah, I think it was fairly simple. I hope.
Great.
So let's start. Do 4 at a time. So why don't you go ahead and try?
Okay, sounds good. So knock, uvok, ente, p, hegemon.
It's Greek.
Great. Yep, I don't recognize that one. So I am a servant of the governor.
Yes.
Or belonging to the governor.
Yes, that's even better.
Cool.
All right, let's find the stylus that works. For some reason, the stylus are all thick. How do we make it go to 1 point? What if we click on 1? Does that work?
Hopefully, if it's like Photoshop. There you
go. Okay. So, can you tell me why is this happening? Why is this happening? Let's hope this works. Okay. See if yellow works. Yeah, it's not working. Keeps doing his election.
No worries.
Is it? Oh, it's this. Okay, let's look at the settings. App settings. Let's see if we can do a palm rejection. So in the meantime, why don't you destruct it for me? Where is pay? That would be my next question. What happened to pay? Why is it just uvok?
I think it's because uvok is indefinite. So just a servant, not the servant.
So if I want to use pay, how they say it?
Oh, I see. So
No,
to say I am the servant instead of I am a servant, it would be anok. Anok.
Sorry, you're right. Like anok uvok works. I am a servant. But can you optionally? You can also use pay. How would you do it?
I see. Yeah, I gotcha. So it would be something like anok. Pevok. Or you could also say, no, that wouldn't work. Anok pevot or pavok.
You would still have uvok. So I want to say,
uvok.
I want to say I am a servant, but I also want to say it with pay. Like I'm just being annoying. I say I want to use pay.
Oh, okay. So not I am the servant. You still want to say the same thing, but using pay the one at the end. So I anok uvok pe or no anok.
Yeah, you got it.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So remember, pay if it's indefinite, pay always follows the predicate. So
right.
It comes after, regardless of where you do it. If I'm reading this, I would probably say it is this. It's like it is me the servant. That's how I would read it more.
Right.
Again, the nuance isn't really that much. You can say it does mean I am a servant, but anok uvok works. So if you want to say anok uvok pe, it can literally, because it can also mean anok comma, but there's no comma. Uvok pe, it is the servant. So it is the servant. So it's me, the servant.
So which one do you think is more common and or would be more common?
So if someone tells me who's there, I would say anok uvok pe. So it's me, the servant. If I'm telling you a piece of information, I would say anok uvo ente hegemon. So the context would tell you what to do. The pay gives you an emphasis of like, say, remember that pay is, if I remember correctly from Christian Casey, it came from pi, so it came from this.
Right.
So it's just like this. So I am this servant, kind of, without really saying this. And you can say that in Arabic that it has a very similar construction where it's like innahu. So it's all mean it is. It's like you never can see he is something. You all say it is something. just to say he is. If you want to say he is a servant, you say it is he a servant. By default, that's how you do it. If you say so there's a little bit of emphasis and like pointing.
And it has to come after pay. Always has to follow. Okay. Like
Right.
I guess it's tricky because it doesn't have the verb to be spelled out, so you use the pay as a sort of a demonstrative that implies the verb to be.
Yes.
I guess.
Kind of. Yes.
Kind of.
Also, yes, it's kind of verb to be. It's kind of demonstrative. It isn't either. So it's all over the place. But yes.
Homeric Greek does something kind of similar, where actually the definite articles in ancient Greek that just for most of ancient Greek are just the. They actually are used as pronouns in Homer, so it's kind of a interesting thing that happens. So it'll be this man, anthropos, or instead of, or this person instead of the man or the person. It's kind of interesting. So, but you also have a separate form of the verb to be that's very complicated. So in some ways, I'm glad there isn't a verb to be spelled out in Egyptian, because then I'd have to learn all the forms, and it's kind of waste time for that sometimes. Just kidding.
Okay, I think I found it. I was just clicking on the wrong button somehow. I don't know what this is, but there's another that was confusing. So you see here, there's a button for. Oh, I'm not sharing. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I found what was going on with my document. There's two buttons that look like pens. So I clicked on one, and the other.
Great, so there we go.
Phrase. Okay, and then there's this thing which I clicked on up top. I don't know if you can see it. So this.
Oh
one.
yeah, I see.
And then
one's the eraser.
Be this one.
Cool. That's a little confusing too. Great.
Servant. You're right when you said belonging to, because inte means the of the, and then hegemon would be governor. This word is still used in the church as hegemen, which means just a rank of priest. So priests have only two ranks: priest and hegemon.
Is it below a bishop, or is it sort of a separate thing?
It's a different ladder, because a priest can't be a bishop, because a priest is married by default.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Is by default is not married.
Okay.
So they're two different tracks.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
One.
Next one, sure. So, one, it's either uon or one. I think it's one.
One. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. It says it has a vowel after it. So one manes soul. Emau he ep yohi. So this is emau is like that. So so there is a
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Here. Firstly, it's not that. Etemau means that, because it literally means which is there.
Etemau. Okay.
So when you say so quickly, because I know it's confusing, when you say emau, you're saying which
is
because it's hidden, and then emau means there.
Okay.
So emau on its own means there.
Okay.
But also, when it comes with one, if I remember correctly, one emau is just a construction.
Oh, is it in a place or something? Or
say it can literally means there. That's right. But it can mean it can just come as part of the instructions. Like just like in English, you sometimes use there, not referring to an object. So it'll be like, oh, there he is, and like there is like
So it's kind of an adverb here. It's not really but it's not really doing anything.
Yes. Many times, if I remember correctly, many times it just comes this way. It just doesn't add. It
kind of like then in English. So then this happened, and then something like that.
No, but in English, when you say then this happened, you're saying there was something and then, so you're referring to something that happens after. But when you say there he is, it's like there is not meaning there, like far.
Right. It's not. It doesn't have to do with the place. It's just kind of emphasizing something.
Yeah, it's just part of the construction.
Okay. Cool. So you would translate it for now, but eventually it might be one of those things that you could kind of leave out or just adds nuance.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So there is a shepherd in the field there?
Yes. He is not in.
Oh, he on.
Yes.
Okay.
I know it's also confused me because opposite in English, like he, but actually it's up.
Right. I think there's ha is on, or the ha is in, or m.
Ha is under.
Under. Okay, right. Yeah.
And
Prepositions.
Okay. Ha in Bohairic, ha.
Ha. Okay. Right.
So
Ha.
say there is this the smallest we can get? Yes. There is a shepherd. Let's just do there for now on the field. I wonder if I can make this 0.4. Would that work? Oh, it works. Awesome.
Oh, great.
I can zoom in. All right.
Nice. Great.
Give me one
So, sure. Entok pe pen sach.
more.
So, let's see. You are the teacher, or you are our teacher.
Yes. All right. One more.
Sure. Anon nef esol. So we are his sheep.
Yes. That would be referring to Christ.
Right.
Okay. And so I'll do two just to give you a break. And anon unpay. So I would an always comes before pay. Just for sake of simplicity, I'll look at I will hide the n and an just to look at the affirmative. So anon pay, it is us. So when you negate it, it'll be it's not us. That's it. That's
What would the negation be? Just to ask you a question about that.
n and this together. So this is optional, but unpay just negates a sentence. So anon pay, it's us.
Right.
Anon unpay, it's not us. And n is like extra. It's not us.
Sorry, the affirmative would be one, right?
No.
Or no.
Affirmative would be just this.
Just a non-path. Okay.
So the only time you have a change in negation for what we've covered so far is one becomes M1.
M1, right.
Everything else does not change, just said un. So if I want to say phi pe prome, if you wanna do the opposite, it'll be phi. It'll be like un pe frome.
I see. So one of them, so one and versus M1 is there is and there is not.
Yes.
And the other one is it is and it is not, or he is and
just like in English, you say is not, you just add the not, so that's the un.
Right.
Think of one instead of like there is, and then that's why I like to translate M1 to no. So you say there is a shepherd here, no shepherd is here. So you change some things around.
Oh, okay.
Beginning, but everything remains the same.
Okay.
See,
I'll need to twist my English brain to figure that out, but
it's do it as the English if you translate it in this specific manner. So rather than say, you can say there is a shepherd, think of no shepherd is here. So is here remains affirmative. So and then shepherd, and then if you notice shepherd lost its indefinite article, which is what you do in Coptic. You say M1 manso. You don't say u manso. So if you translate all of there is to no, you and because remember M1 literally means no, you will get it the same way you think about it in English. So
I see. So it's helpful to start with the negative one, no shepherd is here, and then use that to think of how the construction of the one works. A shepherd is here.
Yeah.
Because is here at the end or something. That okay.
And then for everything else, because you can't change something to no, so a shepherd is here. So if you say the shepherd is here, you say the shepherd is not here. So you just put on where it belongs. You just add on. And then n come in the beginning as an addition. Except when it's indefinite, you have to add it. But it's like that. So yeah. So anon unpay. Anon pay, it is us or it is we. So it works in Coptic, anon can work in both ways, subject or object. So it's us. We say anon anpe, and n is optionally say en anon anpe, it's not us.
Great.
All right, I'll give you one more, and then it's all yours.
Okay, sounds good.
O impiflaos. So enthof is he, because it's both affirmative. So I'm just gonna say is. Say the. O is glory, which is the Sahidic for it is AO. Actually, it's a bit different. AO, M, so of. Pef is his. Laos is people, except it's actually singular. Why we have P.
Great.
All right, you give me the next. You give the next four.
Sure. Entol, nim, entol. So, this is the question one. That's
Yes.
She. Wait, no. Dol. Not she.
No.
I think it's you are who you are, and it's feminine.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and it's singular, right?
Yes.
Or okay, cool. Oh no, wait. Who are you? Because it's a question, right? No.
That's not how I would if I see this in a text and I'm trying to translate into proper English. That's not how, you're missing the nuance.
Okay. I know they're both. I know the forms, like they're both you, feminine, singular, but okay. And nim is a question, interrogative marker. So
How would you do it in like translate to English? Literally.
You are who you are, or are you yourself?
Or, so if you cover this, what would this mean?
Who are you?
Yes. And now if I add this, just put it as is. Just think of who are you, and then just add entho before it. What would it be in English?
You. Who are you? But that doesn't really work grammatically in English. So
yes. So this is more like who do you think you are?
Okay.
So who
are you really, or something?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like seems like a lot of implied stuff.
It is. It's actually surprisingly it's existing in Egyptian Arabic as is. So nim entho. So not who are you, like I'm asking your name. It's like who do you think, who are you? And there's an emphasis on like you, who is you?
It's kind of existential, like who are you actually? It's like that's cool. I like that. Like, is it a little bit philosophical, like who, or is it more just like asking you like what do you think you're doing, or who are you really?
Yes, this one. So who do you think, if I can translate exactly to English, to Egyptian, would be meaning who do you think you are? Also, the example I was mentioned is like Anok Nim Anok is like not who do I think I am. It's like God is telling you, Ben, I'm making you a prophet. You're like Anok Nim Anok. Who am I? Like who is it?
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like a exclamation a little bit. Could it be in a negative sense? Like, who do you think you are? You just spilled something like on my shirt, or is it more of a?
Yes. And I'm bringing the subtleness specifically from how I'm thinking about it in Egyptian.
Okay.
It doesn't exist in Arabic.
Okay.
Construction, it exists in Egyptian. Like, so it probably a leftover. But it's not like what's your name, or it's like who. It's like there's a lot of like exclamation, and you're not asking a question. You're questioning. Think about it this way.
It's a rhetorical question, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. Yes. It's like
I'm just trying to think of.
Yeah. God is telling Moses, "You're my prophet." He's like Anok Nim Anok.
It's like, who am I to deserve this honor, or like to be a prophet of God, or something like that.
Or I'm telling you, Ben, I'm inviting myself over at your house. You're like Enthok Nim Enthok. Like,
right.
Who you're questioning? Who are you?
Right.
Actually, it's the same in English if you slow down. Like, who are you? Or it's like, who am I? It's kind of the same nuance when you slow down and you emphasize every word.
Right. Okay. I can kind of see that. So it's good to know that that's what that means by emphatic there, because
yes,
that
is in Egyptian.
Is that in Egyptian Arabic?
That's in Egyptian Arabic.
Cool.
Actually, let's do it more grammatically correct and less formal Arabic correct, because it's not an Arabic lesson.
Sorry. I only recognize a couple of the characters so far. barely learned any Arabic script. I'd like to learn more eventually, but that's not what this lesson's about. But at some point.
You can learn Egyptian because there's a lot of new ones that can still held in specifically Egyptian Arabic. The way I think of Egyptian Arabic, it's Coptic grammar with Arabic vocab.
Nice. Well, there's a kind of a foot in the door already with that, so it's kind of neat. At least for some of the vocab. I mean, obviously there's other stuff, but yeah, cool.
Vocab would be almost mostly Arabic. There isn't a lot of Coptic words that survived in maybe in names of cities and stuff, but not in the spoken language. But the grammar is strikingly very similar.
Cool. I just think the script is really, really interesting, and the fact that there's so many sounds from older Semitic versions of Semitic languages is pretty cool. But
anyway. All of them are captured in Coptic.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
All right,
great. Okay, well, I have one more, right? Or did I do
one more?
Okay, sure. Anak u angelos ente Benuti. I got confused with that mark over the pi, with the phi there. Epnuti. But it's actually Benuti here, right?
Yeah, just not Nute, because Nute will be Sahidic.
Okay, Nuti. Okay, great. So I am an angel of the Lord, or sorry, I'm an angel of God.
Yeah.
Or literally belonging to God.
An angel of God. Okay, next one.
Great. One who Seifi or Wanu Sifi Amal. So there is or a Seifi. Oh man. This was just in the vocab for this chapter. Pretty sure. It's not shepherd, it's not sheep, because those are closely related. It's not land. You might have to help me with, I'm sorry.
It's sword.
Sword, okay. Okay. There is a sword there.
Yes. And I'm not sure if it's a Semitic loanword or a Coptic loanword to Semitic, but it's the same word in Arabic.
Cool. Do you know about if it's in general in Arabic or if it's just in Egyptian dialect?
It's in general Arabic, like in actual Arabic.
Cool. Nice.
Just without the ending.
Great. Did you want to do the next one? I don't.
No, go for it. You do 4.
Okay, cool. Sometimes I lose track of which one I'm on, just so you know. So, okay. Upe pai mini or mini. Upe pai mini. Let's see.
If you do it English literally one by one, you've got it. What's u?
So there's a question word that's u. So there are a bunch of those. Okay. Oh, that's a what? So what is this? And I'm messing up the vocab. This meaning. Place? No, that's
ma.
Ma, right? Road mine?
Mine is in Sahidic, it's mine.
Okay.
Which is a sign.
Sign, okay.
Or a miracle.
Miracle, okay.
So it's one of the interesting parts where there's some thinking that the eta could have come from the alpha iota, from the I sound. And mine in Sahidic still maintains what could possibly, my guess, is the original sound, like mine, and the I eventually became an eta.
Yeah, that Greek doesn't really capture that because the eta is usually like an A sound in ancient Greek, and then becomes an E sound later at some point. So
yeah, you have Kai,
cool.
becomes K. So in which the same transition similarly happened in Coptic, I think, at some point. But there are some words that still maintain the I sound.
Cool. Interesting.
Give me one more.
Sure. And Tof pe puhai. So that's he or no. It is him.
No.
Or he is. He is puhai.
He is.
Who? So it's their, not father, husband. No, that doesn't make sense.
Husband. Husband. So what's Poo?
He is her husband.
No, that'll be Pes.
Pes.
What's Poo?
Who? Pes. Your.
That'll be Pek.
But I mean, your feminine.
That'll be Pe. Likely.
Oh man. Okay.
This is the one that is different.
Breakout.
This is the one that's different than Sahidic. Let me get back the notes. Just
It's the one that there's in Sahidic. There's one that's oo. There's there, but that doesn't make sense for husband.
That's the one that is different in Coptic.
There's one that's L and or oo, and there's one that's L, I think.
So Bohairic has the one. No, wait. Which one is the one that makes more sense? Payot. And did we finish this? Oh yeah. It's probably before all this. This notes would not have it. Okay. After all this, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, so maybe it means man instead of husband here?
No. So here's my guess. This book is based on the Sahidic one, so probably just copied the wrong one without changing it here. So the ones we're looking at, I want to show you exactly what we're looking at.
Sure.
Yes. So we're looking at this.
Yep.
So he probably meant this.
Oh, okay.
This means your to a feminine in Sahidic.
Right.
So that's where we got it wrong.
And it's blank, or there's just no ending for the just payot.
Yes.
Right.
And then Sahidic has this as pew. So
right.
So Bohairic got it right, like got the common rule for you in feminine, where we usually just drop the ending.
Right.
But then had it weird for they. On the other hand, Sahidic had a everywhere, including say pew, and then just the pe. Thank God they made it as pu, because there's just so many pays in Sahidic.
Right. Because
Sahidic that
you differentiate it.
Also is pe in Sahidic. So fe that means heaven is also another pe. Beside the copula pe.
Yeah.
There's probably some other pe somewhere.
That's incredibly confusing.
Yeah. So
especially with no word spacing.
Yeah. You get it from the context pretty easily. I never had trouble wondering, is this a sky or a copula? It's pretty self-explanatory. Like you would never say anok uvok pe, like I am servant, and then just the word heaven out of nowhere. So it's usually been fine, but less space the better.
Right.
Okay. So then based on this, my guess is we do have a typo.
Okay.
And you are right in that you were confused, because I was like, I don't remember which one it was. So puhai, that will literally means their husband, which can work if you're pointing to Islamic women.
Okay.
All 4 of them have one husband, so that works.
Okay. Well, I guess it works in some context.
I don't think the Copts, that's not the case back when they wrote Coptic. So it's probably
interesting.
Pehai.
Cool.
Which means your husband. Because in the beginning, God created Adam and Eve.
Right.
Okay.
Would you like to do the next one, or should I? I don't mind either way.
Sure, I can do one if you want.
Go ahead. Thank you.
5 pinomos emphnute. So this is the law, Greek one word, still using it somehow, of God.
That's cool. That's still used in Arabic, nomos.
Specifically, if you say the word, but it's written as namos, like it says namos, specifically pointing to the law of Moses.
Interesting. Just commandments. Interesting.
Just the law of Moses. Evangelion. So, what is their gospel? So, what is their gospel? So, literally, it's a what? So it's like this. A what is, and we said their gospel. So So the gospel is what? So what is a gospel? What is their gospel? Kind of. You're asking what a gospel is.
It's kind of like what is a gospel to them or something. Not literally.
What is their gospel? Kind of like what are the?
Okay.
It's a what? It's a what? Like what are they teaching? Kind of.
Okay, got it. Of what sort is their gospel, or like something like? I'm trying to make it sound more Englishy, but that's fine. Cool.
And let's do the next one because it's easy. Israel,
Nice.
Pepe Flaos. So that would be Israel is his people.
Do you pronounce Noma Sakra when they're like that, or is it something that you're only supposed to pronounce in liturgical context?
Which one?
Like when you have a Nomina Sakra with the like the words for God and those sorts of things where they're abbreviated like that.
So this is not sacred names. We use this for anything that is just long and used a lot. So
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh. So it's just Israel, and you can write.
Okay.
Mfnuti is just almost always average just because it's long, and you have two crosses when you write it this way.
Right, but it's fine to pronounce it. Some traditions there are issues about, like Judaism. There's issues about pronouncing certain words.
No, the random words just like show up a lot. So you have like if you have a long hymn that's all like Sherene Michael, Sherene Maria, you just do share and just call it a day. Ari Presvewin. So pray for us. You just do Ari pray, and then just do this.
Got it. So it's a scribal convention. It abbreviates it. And
Ethwab, Pneuma, almost all abbreviated. Just for the sake of not they're sacred necessarily.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
great.
And the fun ones is Fnuti doesn't get a super like a dash on top, so you write the Fnuti this way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put anything on top. I'm not sure why. Maybe because the letters are long, or maybe because it's God. And then the other one that I like is choice. Looks this way.
That's cool.
So they're
well, like ligatured together. That's neat.
Yeah, I like it. Some people would do it like this, and I like this is just you're just ruining it. And then another one is the cross, so Stauros with the
nice. Cool.
Or you can just do it like this as well. Another one is Martyros.
Oh, nice.
I just means so it's not the scribes get to have fun sometimes.
Yeah, it's cool. It reminds me of Greek cursive a little bit, which is pretty fun to look at, but hard to read. So cool.
Next.
All right. Next. So
do the next time.
Sure. Entolpe. So that's it is. It is
the ending should help
great.
No, this ending should help you. What this ending come with? So enthos.
Oh, right. It is a what? That would be if it were ooh.
This is enthof. So enthok.
Oh, right. Okay.
Entho.
Yes, right. Okay. So that's their they, right? Because it's plural. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it is them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Short sentence, but it tripped me up somehow. Okay, cool. Entolpe. It is them. Okay.
Next one. 2 short sentences.
All right. So nimne ne sungenes ne. So who are who are your kinsmen? No.
So
who are her kinsmen?
No, those are 2 separate sentences.
Oh, who are they?
Yes.
And then they are her kinsmen.
Or more specifically, if you want to be a little bit more literal and then parallel to everything else, it's more like they are who? They are who? Because remember when you say something pe, if you say intho pe, it is them. So if you say something ne, so it's a plural, so they are who. So that's how it's just with the question. They are who?
They are who? Okay.
Yes. If you say nimpe, it is who. So who is he?
And I'll revise that a bit. Maybe relatives is a better, more modern sounding English translation, because it's like born from the same family basically. But anyway, it's probably better.
So how would you use the rest?
They are her relatives.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, perfect. They are her relatives. Good. Relatives. And you see this is the same ne construction. So you have ne. You said they are her relatives. So if you do parallel, it's they are who. So it's the same construction for ne. They give
Oh,
it
I see. And it's only a question like we talked about last time because it has that that interrogative there.
Yeah.
But it's the same construction.
You
Okay.
don't change construction for questions for the most
Right.
part.
Okay. Cool. So we'll keep going. So entote tashimi.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So this is the one that doesn't have an ending. So that's you,
Mm-hmm.
feminine singular.
Mm-hmm.
So you are,
Mm-hmm.
is that my wife?
Yes. My woman / wife.
Got it. So it can be used as both
Yes. Yes.
words.
Also in Arabic, if you want to say this is my wife, just say this is my woman.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ancient Greek does the same thing. It's cool.
And,
A lot of languages that have that, I think.
yeah. And then this is like from the ancient Egyptian sit plus himi, which is like the woman wife, but then they lost the T sound, so it just became hime, which is why its plural is hiomi. For both wife and woman. But if you want to say wife, you'll probably just say himi, but himi still works just as fine. But himi on its own only means wife. Himi means woman or wife.
Oh, so that S prefix to it gives it that nuance.
Yes. So himi, actually let's start with himi. Himi means wife. And then himi, himi means woman. And woman also means wife. But when he says like my woman, but if you say this woman walking down the road, it's not saying the wife is walking down the road.
That's interesting.
But if you say my woman, you say it means my wife.
So I remembering from out there's Alan's Middle Egyptian. There's a thing with the earlier Egyptian form is like it's H with a dot under it, M-I-T. So it's like Hemet, and I think that specifically that means woman or wife. So it's interesting. I wonder when the S got merged into it.
When I read it, it was the S, well, from the word set. So sa, which actually still see sa in Coptic and some leftovers, like the man something you say sa something, tell the man of something, and then for the woman it was sat. But then Coptic lost a lot of ending. That's what I remember reading.
Right, because the T's fell off of a lot of the ends of words.
They eventually had man and woman the same word, which is like they did not have this confusion between the genders. So they had to add the word hime to it, to the word set, which is lost the T, to mean wife. So become like the woman wife.
Got it.
But then to mean to refer to a woman,
right?
But it has the suffix of wife, but also woman can also mean my wife. So if I want to be specific as my wife, I say, so if I want to say Tihime is walking down the road, if I say Tihime is walking down the road, then I'm saying the woman. But if I want to, so because it's like ambiguous, so I'm saying the woman.
Right.
You can say like she's my woman, or she like you're my girl, like like it just implies.
Right. But hime implies marriage, I guess. So or it's not implies, it specifies it. Whereas hime doesn't necessarily.
Yes. Which sometimes can imply marriage.
Got it. Okay. That's a really interesting fact that they distinguished it.
It's like saying you're my lady. It doesn't mean necessarily lady as in like lord, but lady is like you're
like a girlfriend or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Or you're my woman. It's the same implication.
Got it. Great. Sorry, we keep getting hung up on a lot of these things, so a lot of fun facts here.
So. Aurelio told me he enjoyed listening to our conversation as he's cleaning ground.
Okay. Great. Yeah, I'm enjoying his classes too. They're pretty fun. So anyone watching on YouTube should check those out as well. They're awesome. So.
I just hope they don't die from boredom. All right.
Hopefully not. Okay, so enuoni or enwoni anpe.
To make your life easy, drop this for now and get the affirmative.
Okay, it is a book. No, it is a stone.
Yes, and then once you do this, what happens?
It is not a stone.
Yes. Is this option or not?
That is necessary with the indefinite thing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Necessary because I have the indefinite. Good.
Okay, cool.
Next one.
Okay, Anok pe Yosef or
Mhm.
Yosef.
Mm-hmm.
It is Joseph. Or no, it
This
I
one's
am Joseph.
yes.
Right. Okay.
I am. Whenever you have two definite, it's easy.
Cool.
All right. Give me a full sentence.
Sure. Ep ol
Mm-hmm.
Pajois
Mm-hmm.
Hijan pi prothetes.
Mm-hmm.
So or prophetes.
Mm-hmm.
So oh man, okay. Hijan is this upon or with.
Do you want to do step by step?
Yeah, I might have to.
What's the first part? First word.
Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The question word.
Always glory.
Glory. Okay, thank you. So that's why it has definite article as a noun. Okay, so the glory of the Lord
Yes.
is upon the these prophets or this prophet.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. You used to see "oo" everywhere. Like this "oo," like Coptic is all about "oo." If you ever walked into Coptic church, we say "oo, oo, oo" all the time for hymns.
Cool.
So "oo" is everywhere. As part of words, but not on their own. On their own, they can only be the indefinite article or the what.
It doesn't really change like some of the other sounds in Egyptian. There's a lot of W's, oo sounds. Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
This has O. Say po em choice he gempai prophetis.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So ash pepai umini pe.
Two separate sentences.
Right. Okay. So it's like question and answer is ash is an interrogative. So and it just refers to things or something. So what is this?
Yes.
But it's a masculine thing. Well, it's grammatically masculine, but it's an object versus a person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is this thing? Meaning again. Okay. It is a sign.
Yes. Or it's a miracle.
Miracle, right? Okay.
They're the same.
Great.
Depends on which gospel reading. St. John uses signs only, doesn't use the word miracle.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
So Meshach, that's perhaps, I think. So Meshach
Perfect.
and Toph pe.
Sorry.
No worries. Scribes are going crazy. Just kidding. Meshach and Toph pe Uib.
Yes.
Okay, so perhaps he is a priest, or he is the priest.
Yes, he is the priest.
Perhaps he is the priest. Okay.
How would you say perhaps he is a priest?
Be Uib, and the whole thing would be Meshach and Toph pe Uib.
So Meshach. Then I'm writing down what you're saying. So Meshach.
Oh, Meshach and Toph
Mm-hmm.
pe Uib. Oh, pe.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Uib pe.
Uib. How would you write? How would you write?
He is a priest.
You forgot about the A.
Oh, okay. It would just be Weeb.
No.
Weeb pe.
Oh, sorry. So Uib.
Said Uib pe.
Yes, sorry. Uib pe.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I kept the pe before Uib, and that's what you're.
This is right.
Looking at. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I should have focused on that. So the pe goes after the indefinite, but it goes before the definite.
Always.
Okay. I was not focused. That seems like an important rule to memorize. Okay, great. Thanks. It's 8, so if you need to go, that's okay. Or we can keep going. I can keep going if you want, but if you need to go, that's fine. I won't keep you. Okay, cool. Me too. Let's see. Looking forward to this all day. This is pretty fun. So Utimi and to Galaya pe.
Galilee.
Galilee, right? Cool. Like, it's had the gamma there, so I don't see those too often. So they're just in Greek words, right?
You would never see them in Coptic words. Actually, sorry, you would never see it in Bohairic.
Okay, that might be in other dialects.
Sahidic has it, not in actual words, but in constructions where sometime the kappa, the K sound, is preceded by an N, it becomes a G sound. So they by gamma. So only it's like, let's say like eng rather than enk.
Kind of like angelos a little bit with a double gamma.
Ang also be Greek. So you
Right,
would
yeah.
in a vocab word, you'll find
in a Coptic vocab.
Like let's say you want to write eng but with a K, but then it becomes a G sound, like a G sound. So it's replaced by a gamma. So only in constructions of like verb prefixes, but not as an actual verb.
I see. So when two different consonants are combined together for forms.
Specific cases I've seen it with N followed by a K, the K becomes a G.
Okay. And do you lose the N too, or just the it's eng?
So some construction would be like enf, ens, but for you it would be like enk. You drop the K and it becomes enk.
Okay, cool. So the K gets replaced by a gamma. Cool. Kappa gamma. Cool. Great. Okay, so on that it means the village is
not the village.
Oh, right. Thank you. A village is, or a village belongs to, or man, okay, a village is part.
Just say of. Inte is of.
Yeah, right. It's okay. A village of Galilee is there, or there is a village of Galilee.
That would be
the pet on the end is throwing me off actually. So
think of inte. Just remove this. What would this be?
Okay. There is a, or it is a village.
Yes. So if I do this.
So it is a village of Galilee.
Yes.
Okay. So the pet goes with the utimi.
Yes, yes.
It ignores that sort of prepositional phrase in the middle. That's or genitive phrase in the middle. Yes. Kind of. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So P erfpe enim pepai. Man, okay. Erfe. It's not snake.
Erfe is temple.
Is that temple?
Yes, Erfe is temple.
Erfe is temple. Okay. That's a native Coptic word, right?
Yes. Probably. Yeah, okay. Probably. Yes, because in Greek and in Sahidic it becomes erpe.
Okay. Oh, okay. I can maybe I'll have, I'm not sure. I was thinking if it was like, never mind. Okay. So it has something to do with a house, but it's different. Okay.
I think it does, but I don't remember how. But I think
no worries. I think pet is heaven, and then there's like another word that's okay. Anyway, so P. So the temple. Oh, it's a question. So enim.
What's n? Let's do one by
one. It's of, right?
Okay, and then what's nim?
Of what?
No, it's not what.
Who?
Yes.
Who? Okay.
What's pay? Simple.
Pay is it?
Yes, is. Phi.
Oh, this.
Yes. So how would you put it together in English?
Great. Of whose is this?
Yes. Whose temple?
Whose temple is this? Thank you for breaking that down. That's a tricky one.
So yeah, Coptic has no whose or whom. You just put it where it belongs.
Right.
So I give the book to someone. You give it to nim. So you give it to who. That's it.
Right. Cool. Nice. Okay. Paijom u evangelion pe. So this book is a gospel.
Yeah, perfect. This book, and we can see that pig comes after because this book is a gospel.
Great. Okay. And doten pe.
We've done one very similar.
We had this similar thing before.
Right here.
Right. So that's it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. This is it is your plural.
It is you. Yes.
It is you. That's the whole pronoun. Okay. It is you all.
Yeah.
Use, right? Yeah. Or y'all if you're from the south. Okay.
Mhm.
Which I'm not, but live near the south, kind of between worlds. So interesting. So okay, ash pe pi moit.
Mm-hmm.
So it is question. So what is this road?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Question.
Yeah.
Why did I not say it? If I tell you u pe pai moit, do you know the difference between ash pe pai moit and u pe pai moit?
Oh, okay. Maybe. Let's see. So one has to do with what road is this, and the other one is like this particular road, and the other one is what road is it? Maybe not.
So ash
Yeah.
also means which. So the
Which?
answer is probably like a number of options. Ash pe pai moit to be like this is the road of life. So when I ask you what road is this, I'm kind of like, is it the road of life or death or in the middle? So you would say it's like road of life, something like that. But if I
Okay.
say u pe pai moit, it's like what is this? Like I don't have an answer. So u is in the abstract, like what is this? It's absolute. Like I don't
It's
know.
more of a rhetorical question, like
No. It just means
no?
like what? Like you don't
You
know.
don't know what a road is. Like you
Yes.
don't know that word.
What is this road? Like
Okay.
you're not. But when you say ash pe pai moit, to be like, what road is this? And in your head, you know the answer is gonna be
Which
of
specific road is this?
yes. So yes, you can say which road is this, but it's not in the sense like is it this or that. It's more like what is it? But you kind of know the array of answers that are expected.
Got it. Like, is this the road to Cairo? Is this the road to
Yeah.
Memphis? Like, which road is this?
Yeah.
Versus like, what is this road and why is it here or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Okay.
What is this road? Like exactly what is it doing here?
Okay.
So who is like you don't know, you can't anticipate the answer. Ash, you're a bit more precise. Not precise, you're kind of like which road? Like what road is this? Be like, oh, it's the road to Cairo. It's like, okay, got it.
Got it. That's a good. I think that will be a good, helpful way for me to remember it as like asking for directions versus like, what is this doing here? Like, okay, cool. Thank you. So one u hegemon
Mhm.
can T-Seria.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So it is a.
No, it is.
It is he. He is a general, or
He is.
he is a
No.
governor
No.
in Syria.
No, there's no he is. One. What's one?
Oh, there is, because
Yes.
it's okay. So there is a governor in Syria.
There
Hello.
a governor in Syria. Hi, Yusuf. Would you like to solve a few
Hi,
questions?
guys.
Hi.
I don't know if I have the expertise.
You can try. Do you want to try question 29? Read it in Coptic and then translate.
Ashte Taigom.
Mm-hmm.
Taigom is power. Taigom, your
No.
power or book, but in this case, it's probably power.
It can be either or. There's only one way, and here's a nice way to memorize it. One is Jom, and one is Jom. The other is Jom. This one, the omega looks like an open book, so you know it's. And the other one is just power, and it has the O in power. Actually, sorry, it has the as well. So forget about this. One is book.
Wait, is that the same in both Bohairic and Sahidic?
Yes, it's actually the same in both Bohairic and Sahidic. It's the same word.
Okay.
No, sorry. In Sahidic, it's Jome. No, they're not the same. This is in Sahidic, and then Jom is actually Chom. So that's for Bohairic. That's Bohairic.
Okay.
We're on Sahidic for now. So what's Tai Jom?
Your power?
No. What's Tai? Tai Pi Tai Nai.
The power.
This power.
This power.
This power. Okay. What's te? Petene.
Oh, I've completely forgotten.
Let's go with is.
Okay.
And then what's ash?
That I don't know.
That would be what? What is this
What
power?
is this power?
You can say this is the power of God.
Mm.
All right. Do you want to try the next one? You complete your call. Well, we can work
Sure.
it together.
Infotain han weep.
Mm-hmm.
Han is indefinite plural article.
Yes.
Weep.
Mm-hmm. All over the liturgy.
Yeah, I know.
Diakon. Weep.
Is it? It's not priest, is it?
Is it priest? It is priest.
It is priest, right?
Yes. And it has a fun etymology, but we'll get to it later.
Infotain.
So actually,
Oh, sorry.
it means the purifier or the cleaner, because it was the person that would clean and take care of the temple. So he purifies the temple, and that's where the word weep comes from. It comes from like uwab or wup. So if you know uwab means holy or purify or clean. Weep.
I think part of the hieroglyph actually has water being poured or something. So maybe it's a determinative or something, but
possibly. But yeah, the word for not priest was actually, it was not this word back in the temples, like ancient hieroglyphs. Can't remember the word, but it's the servant of God, which is the word you would use for a prophet. And then we cleaner, purifier, and the Christians eventually took it to mean the priest.
Oh, interesting.
And then also, you remember
Infotain, I don't remember, unfortunately.
Enthok, Enthof, Enthos. Does that remind you of anything?
Vaguely.
It's you in plural. Use.
Ah.
And then because Coptic doesn't have verb to be, so be you some priest, that means you are some priest. You are priests.
Mm.
All right, try the next one. And take it step by step.
Pichelo.
Mm-hmm.
This is the elders.
Yes, yes. And the word hello in Zahidic is hello, which is a word used in the Ramadan songs. Hello, hello. Ramadan has come, hello. That's hello.
Is it related to the Arabic word hello?
Not sure.
All?
Not sure. Probably not. But hello is Egyptian, and the theory is it comes from this.
Interesting.
It's a hello. Okay. And Naharen?
In Naharen,
Pray to the Lord.
yeah.
Naharen pin choice. Jesus Christus.
Oh man.
Naharen is before.
Before?
Yes, or in front of.
Right. All right.
And then what's P?
The?
Mm-hmm. What's
Hegemon is hegemon.
Yes, or governor. That's where hegemon comes from.
And what is that N before Nahran?
Nahran optionally can have N before it. It's optional.
Does it change?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then because Coptic doesn't have verb to be, so you put it as verb to be. You say the elder is before the governor or is in front of.
Mm.
Okay, you can try your last one. Before go back to Ben. M1?
It's our?
No.
If I remember correctly.
No, remember, if you just say M1, like, are you coming today? And I say M1, what does it mean?
Is that yes?
Opposite.
No, but when you have emos, what do those mean?
Yes, that's object, but M1, it's exact same word, but here it's not.
Is it because it's in this subject position?
Yes, it's an early position, not subject position. M1
okay.
would have to follow a verb.
Okay. Timi, is that a village?
Wait, so what's M1?
You said no.
No, yes. Timi is yes, to village, yes. Or town,
Village.
yes.
And then chen is in.
Yes.
It.
Just take it. Read
Orini.
Torine. Torine is, I believe, a mountain district. It's a Greek word. And I don't believe it exists in Bohairic.
Oh, interesting.
And then what's etemau?
There? Or etemau is where? Where?
No, so etemau is close to there. So emmau is there. What's et?
Et is when, right? It makes it no, it's I forget the terminology. It doesn't, it's in this case it's not and, it's
which.
etemau. Which, yes, okay.
So the mountain which is there, which is the Coptic preferred way of saying that. So no village is in that Torine. It's an idiom, and that's the preferred way of saying that. Okay, let's do one.
Like you're saying, I think in Arabic reading this makes more sense.
Yes. اللي هناك.
Right.
Do the next one. It's easy.
Sorry, Ben. I'm sure you're struggling to hear me.
No worries. I was struggling a lot before you came on the call, so enjoy. You're doing great.
Paipe. Ip nomos. M ip uro. Phi is what we say. Man, it's not there, is it?
It's not there. What's Alleluia Phi Pepi? What's the hymn?
This.
Yes. So that's the.
And then.
What's pe?
Pe is.
What's
nomos? Nomos is either law or light.
Law. Light is law is whiny. So what's ep?
Really? Because I thought nomos also is light.
Not that I know of. I know whiny. P whiny taif me, the light of the world. That's true. Like P whiny.
Ip the law. This is the law. Imip of the. Uro. Kingdom. King.
Yes. Kingdom will be met uro.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn it later. All right. You're the next 4.
Okay. Oh, this is actually good because this one has a word I wanted to ask about. A word that's related to sheep. So, one han manasol. He eptol. So this, or no, there is no. Wait.
Yes.
There are some shepherds on the mountain.
Some shepherds on the mountain. And
I wanted to ask about, there's another word that's sheep, that's soul, or eso. I forget what.
Yeah, sheep is eso.
Eso. So does man, it sounds obviously stupidly like English. I know it's not related at all, like sheep man, like the shepherd, but I know that's just a silly etymology, but
it works.
Okay.
Man usually means a place of.
Right.
So I'm not sure where it comes to. I'm not gonna. I don't.
No worries.
But for me, it works as the man of the sheep.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. It's helpful. Okay, great. So pi uoni or pi woni umini pe. And this one I kept messing up the vocab, but I think I got it now. Hopefully. So this woni is this light? This light is a sign or a miracle.
Yep. Yes, is a sign or miracle. It's the same word.
Cool.
In Coptic. All right. Give me 2 more.
Okay. Entos u partenos te. So this is, or wait, you
No.
are no, enthos. She.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So she is a virgin.
She is a virgin.
Okay.
My last one.
Right. So, ni kamul and nimne. So,
do a step by step English.
Okay, this is okay. So the camels. Neem, and name of who, and then they are, or ne, kind of.
Yes.
So whose camels are they?
Yes. Whose camel are they? And you can see because we have ne. So if you just say if you just hide enim, you say ni gamul ne. So they're camels, and they're camels of who?
Right.
Whose
you don't have whom or
Yes,
whose or any of that crazy stuff. Okay, cool.
All right, Yusuf, do you want to try the next two?
So, Ioannis, so
Yes.
John, and P. Christos of the Christ.
Just read it to the end.
Of the MP Christos on P.
So I'll make your life easy. Before I look at a sentence, when I see negation, I just remove it for the time being. And M is actually N, but because it's a P, it becomes an M. So now we have the negation hidden. So how we translate this in affirmative?
Oh, so John is the Christ. So this would be John is not the Christ.
Yes. If I want to say John is the Christ, I would say Johannes P. Christos. But if you want to say Johannes P. Christos P, what does it mean? So if I want to say John is the Christ, I would say Johannes P. Christos. But what I'm seeing here is Johannes P. Christos P. Do you know the difference?
No.
Okay, so this is the common way to say John is the Christ, or actually the Christ is John, but it doesn't matter. If you say Johannes P. Christos P, I look at P and I see what's around it. I see P. Christos before it. So together they give me a construction of he is Christ. So when I say John, it'll be John, he's Christ. And in our example, you get John, he's not the Christ, rather than John is not the Christ. So there's the emphasis, because when P moves to the end, you're no longer connecting two words. P always follows before, so P Christos P. That's it. He is the Christ. So Johannes P Christos. So Johannes P Christos P. John, he is Christ. But then when it's negated, you have John. He is not the Christ.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
So it'll be John. He's not the Christ. Actually, no. If he's not the Christ, he can't be uppercase. So that'll be he is not the Christ. All right, try the next one. Same idea. I'll give you a hint. Do you know what K means?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't mean like other, the other man?
Yes. So with the same construction, translate the next one.
Pa singinis pe. The man.
Not the man.
Sorry, the other man.
Yes.
He is what's singinis? Isn't it foreigner? I forget, man. The kinsman.
Yes.
Sorry.
So the other man. Say that again.
The other man, he is not the kinsman. He is the kinsman. He is the kinsman.
There is no the.
Pa?
Yeah, what's pa? Pa ta na.
His. Wait, what did you write?
No, I'm just writing he is. I'm just starting the sentence. He is pa ta na. Payot.
Pa. it's just, isn't it the?
Pa,
Ayot.
pik, pif, pis, pen, pitten, poo.
Sorry,
My.
man.
It's my. He is my, and then just relative.
Oh, yes, of course. Ayot's my father.
All right. Do the next one, and then Ben will wrap it up for us. So, Yusuf, do the next one.
Enthof,
Mm-hmm.
Pe, Epshiri,
Mhm.
MP, Hamshe.
Yes.
Enthof, does that have the same? This is going to be he is,
Yes.
right?
Is.
He is, sorry, the God?
Geen Fran, Em Fjot, Neem Epshiri.
So, sorry, the son? The
Yes.
Yeah, the son.
The son.
MP Hamshe of the
Mm-hmm. She means wood. Yosef P. Hamshe.
A carpenter.
Yes. A worker of wood. We're gonna learn that like near the end. All right. Ben, take us to the finish line.
Okay. So Ashpe Evhaki et Hijan Topolis or Etopolis?
This is not a Greek word. I will go with kaki or kaki.
Kaki, okay.
Also in Sahidic it's kake. So
Okay.
it's not a kha sound.
Is that darkness or is that a different? Okay,
That's the word. So
got it. So it's kind of like the other things that get aspirated, but they're not like harsh. Okay, like that. Okay, cool. So it is okay. It's a question word. So is there?
no.
No, not really.
No step by step in English.
Okay, so step by step, it's Osh is it?
No.
Sort of. No. It's which
or
what?
Or what?
Okay.
What?
Okay. What is the darkness which is upon the city?
The darkness which and then
Is upon the city.
Upon
right.
The city. And
okay.
If kaki it hijent polis, the darkness illi hijent polis. So that's how it just becomes illi. So it's easier to read in Arabic.
Okay.
All right. Give us the last one.
Sure. Entol na sanol or sanu ne. So entol. Okay, so they are my sanol. Sisters? No.
The
children.
No, it is the plural of son or sone.
Son. Okay, so brothers.
Yes. How would you translate?
Okay. I was saying they are my brothers. No?
That's the same as here, but it's not.
Okay, my brothers. So Nefsol Netol is or Entol is they, right? So they, my brothers, they are. That sounds like Yoda. Okay. So it's my brothers are them, maybe? That work?
Them, they're my brothers.
Oh, okay. It's the thing where it's kind of broken up with a comma there, sort of. Okay. Them, they're my brothers.
For it, and then you're done, and then it's everything else before it.
Great.
Or like as for them, you can also say as for them, they are my brothers.
So okay, that helps make it more Englishy. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we are done with 42 questions. Next week we're going to be just as long, FYI. But the next lesson is very interesting. At least I think so. And what it does, it finally introduces us to verbs. So we've been doing a lot of nouns, a lot of nominal sentences, and there's no verb in between. So now we're going to do verb. And the first thing we're going to learn is the simple past. It's called preterite or first past. I don't know what any of this means. I just know it's a simple past, something that happened in the past and it's done. So you can say I prayed, or I had eaten, or I have eaten. Not had eaten, it's just I have eaten. So when you say I have eaten, it does mention that you worked in the past, or I ate. In Coptic, it's the same thing, just an action that happened in the past at one point and it stopped. The way it's constructed is you have the verb in the infinitive. So you have the verb, you have and then just before it you have the what we call the pronoun prefix, which is, we've learned a lot, which is like f, s, n, l, everything we've covered so far for all the previous things, and then the tense indication. That's actually the common rule for almost all tenses. In the case of past, it's just an So when you say, so actually, if you don't have a pronoun prefix, just say ben, verb. Or if you want to say he, ben, I want to say he, you say f, but you don't say if, you just say of, verb. So the indicates that it's past. This indicates the subject, and it can either be the pronoun prefix or an actual word. And then the verb is in the infinitive. That's it. So here's some example. I pray to be like because it's in the past. Yota is the one that refers to me in the past, and then shlil means pray. Let me write it down properly in case it's not written here. Let me write it down for you. So you can just memorize it as like one entity. So it'll be like let's write it. So let's do here the singular. Why it stopped working? It's amazing when it stops working when you need it. Status stopped working. Okay, here we go. Status, and it just crashed. Status. Okay. We'll give it one more chance. Okay, there is crashing, but it's page 210. At least I know. Close apps. Sweet. So it's page 210. Okay, so let's do singular. We do here. Let's increase the font a little bit. Let's do singular here. Let's do it here. First person. Actually, let's do it next to each other. First person, you have I.
Oh, I don't see your screen right now. Sorry.
Yes. Thank you. So we have I. Second person, we have the masculine one. So second, we have the masculine is ak. Remember the K, same thing. For the feminine, always memorize it because always going to be different, is are. On its own has also been attested, but super rare, so just stick to are for now. And then the third person, once it loads, third person is af, and for feminine, it's us. The same ending that we've always learned. Now if you do the plural, split them here, this becomes an. Should we do plural the same thing? Yeah. And then for you, it would be like retin. So the second person in plural is also something you need to memorize because sometimes different. And then finally, it's au, very anticipated. So the interesting ones will be this, and this is only for the first time, and then it's all the same, and always this, and occasionally this. The rest are all pretty standard. So if I say I, it'll be I prayed. If I say us, she prayed, or she had prayed, or she have prayed. She has prayed. That's it. In the same sense, if I want to put a word instead, so I want to say Yusuf prayed, rather than I say af, shle, but I can also say the same so the comes here. Yusuf is replaced by the f, and then shle is the same. So Yusuf Schleil. That's it. One common thing you might need to know if you have an indefinite article. So if you want to say ⲁ so an elder, which is the beginning of a lot of writings about the monks, be like ⲁ they would just, because they say ⲁ they would just write down ⲁ this is not they, this is just a contraction of plus eu. That's it. Some common, very confusing when you first see it. You get used to it.
Sorry, what is that? What does that mean, Mark? Of ⲁ?
So if you say ⲁ Schleil, what does it mean?
Oh, okay. I thought of ⲁ was one word. This is the elder prayed.
An elder prayed.
An elder prayed. Yeah.
You will see this a lot because this one reads like ⲁ Schleil. So they will just write down ⲁ
Schleil.
That's how they would write it. Super confusing.
How do you?
Yes. How do you differentiate? It's like ⲁ you know, ⲁ is not a verb, and then you see Schleil after, you just know it. It comes with
and how do you negate?
Good point. We're not gonna cover it today because it actually transformed completely. Actually MP. Yeah, it completely changes. So we're just looking at things for now. The common way in Coptic to write sentences would be subject. So that's for both past and actually any tense would be subject plus verb. That's a common way. An ancient way, which is a lot in parallel with some Greek, to my knowledge, and actually in Arabic for some reason, but also is attested in more ancient Egyptians, is verb plus subject. But in the middle, you have to add a subject marker called nj, which is for you, it's nshi in Sahidic. So if I want to say, and Jesus prayed, I would say, of Schleil nj Jesus. Why does it happen this way? It's a different style. You can write it both ways. One common way, it's not a rule, but one common way I saw is sometime when your subject is super long, it's nice to put in the beginning. So let's say, and then the people who are looking for Jesus came. So you can say, and then came the people who are looking for Jesus overnight and stayed here for the time being. So it's nice when you want to pack the subject into something really big. So you just say they came and then the rest come together. That would be one preferred way to use nj to come at the end. But then if you want to write a regular sentence, both are actually just perfectly fine for simple sentences. And both are common, especially in the Bible. I like to say, because they're trying to be parallel to Greek, but actually we have it in more ancient Egyptian text, this structure of verb then subject. Go ahead, Yusuf.
I remember in Genesis, in the account of creation itself, it's really picky on using this style.
Like there's no nuance that it adds that we know
of. Really? Okay.
Yeah, it just common way. Could have been because it's parallel in Greek. Ben, you would know Greek.
My understanding of it is that actually Greek word order is pretty flexible. Latin word order has something completely different. It's like subject, it's subject, object, verb. So with people like to joke that Cicero, like someone comes in late to the Roman Senate and they're like, what is he talking about? I don't know. He hasn't gotten to the verb yet, because the verbs are all at the end of the sentence. But in Greek, it's sometimes it's at the end, but it's not really standardized. So it can kind of be anywhere, as I understand it. But the thing is, with Hebrew, it tends to be at the beginning of the verb, beginning of the sentence. So it's just like how Egyptian used to be. So it's verb, subject, object.
Yeah.
And I think that the Septuagint Greek is modeling the word order of Hebrew. So that's why it has that in Genesis. But
it could be. That's what people are thinking. Yeah, you just got, and actually Arabic still starts with the verb. Most of the time, you want to start with the verb. You would say wasalla Yesua rather than wa Yesua salla. You can say both. Just the one start with the verb. It just sounds more natural and more common. So yeah, the word order does not, to my knowledge, does not include input any nuance. Sometimes it makes the structure easy when you have a very long subject. like you want to elaborate more on subject, like and came the man that was looking for Christ all night but did not find him. So he came and then just talk about him forever. So it's very nice this way, but otherwise there's no nuance. So that's for the verb. One thing we want to add is probably the dative, if I'm not mistaken, but don't take my words, what I just learned last week. Basically, some verbs that talk about movement. So he went to, and the words are like kim or moshi or she. She is an interesting exception you're going to learn in the vocab. Just means go. We're just here introducing a few prepositions that just means movement. Not strictly, but more generally means to. So I went to the supermarket. I went the supermarket. That's it. Sha usually refers to people, and usually refers up to, and usually has to do with someone who's higher than you. So I went up to the bishop. I went up to my father. And it's mostly with people most of the time. So I like to think of it as the French chez. So I went chez my father, because it just sounds like same like Shah. Chez always refers to a person, to my knowledge. Jen, if you remember, we learned about Jen. Ben, do you remember what Jen refers to?
It's upon.
No, what's Jen? Just the Jen part.
I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
Is it just on?
So on strictly is he. But when we learned that a lot of the prepositions come from humans, from human anatomy, so the old word for head is jo or something, and then Jen literally means the head of. So this is the Jen. So this is, if you want to say you remember, say it means to head. It does not mean like head, but this is where it's come from. So you say to head that would be, because head is on top, so that would be actually onto. So I put it on the table. So I put it ejen, the table. Unlike hejen means it's static. It's just on the head of. So the water is on the table, but I am placing the water ejen, the table. There's a to that's being involved. We're gonna learn that in lesson 8 or 9. So probably the next one or the one after, where just preposition has to do with hands. So the word khen, that means in the belly, literally in the belly of. Remember when we said hiran, like at the entrance, it literally means on the mouth of. Under is also from leg. We use the word hand for through. So through evol hiten, let's say evol hiten Maria, would be like out of the hands of Mary. No one uses the word anymore for hiten. The word is just jich, but that's just originally where it comes from. They basically bisected the human, and it's like anything in the forward is on the head of. In the forward, I think, what's it called? The chest of, and then back is the back. If you want to say I'm moving to the back, is actually a pahu, which pahu is a dual word. Like it's not singular, it's not plural, it's dual pahu, and it refers to your seating area, because there's two of them, so it means to the back, to your buttocks. So yeah, but no one uses it anymore. Just means to the back, or I moved back, like I went back to the city. You just use it pahu, but that's where it originally comes from. It's fun. We're gonna learn it later. We're jumped ahead. So that's it. Homework, just do all of it. There is 46 of them, so we're gonna spend all of next week on it. But it's fun, and you finally actually start doing verbs. Any questions? All right, I will stop the recording.